All right, well, hi everyone. Since there seems to be some interest on the Hypedome M that I built, I wanted to film it's about a 7-month update. And I want to talk a little bit about some of the things I noticed. So first of all, right off the bat, I've been dealing with water intrusion on the edges of these panels where they connect to the door frame. So when you're installing your door frame, make sure to put expanding foam all the way around the perimeter on the outside and on the inside, okay? It's really important because water will come inside the dome. Here also along the edge, just the way that these zippers are designed, the water does kind of drip in here. And so if you have any sort of flooring, it's all gonna get wet along the bottom edge. So I've put some expanding foam along that edge too to just kind of direct the water off and down. Okay, so it's a huge water intrusion point is this door frame area. So please do put foam in, even in these little gaps here, so the water doesn't come in on the edges of these kind of fabric material zippers. Okay, the next thing you'll notice as I come inside is that I made a floor out of cement board. These are water-resistant boards intended for bathrooms and kitchens. You can put a mortar mix over these and put like a tile or hardwood floor material if you want to. I'm just writing it in the raw form for now and just kind of see how things function. Everything in the dome is temporary on purpose because I'm just testing things. This is kind of an experiment. So underneath this flooring, this hard concrete board, are these 2x2 XPS like pink foam. These are 100% like impervious to water, moisture, mold resistant, mildew resistant, all that good stuff. So these 2x2 panels, took about 49 of them to do the square footage in here, about 198 square feet. So they're all underneath here, okay? And then the next thing you'll notice is that I've been trying out these insulation panels. This is hemp fiber insulation, 100% natural, no chemicals or anything like that. This is just intended to kind of keep the temperature a little bit more balanced, although they're not working very well right now because I have to do more of it. But it does also dampen some of the vibration in here, or the sound echoing, I should be more specific. I know they don't quite mention it in the marketing materials for the Hypedome M kit, but once you build it, it's very echoey inside, as you might anticipate. So you're going to want to have some sound mitigation efforts in here. Otherwise, you will definitely have a lot of sound pressure on your ears for sure. Okay, so again, as I said, the dome's been built for, I don't know, like 7 to 8 months now. It's holding up pretty well. As you can see where the water drains, it gets caught in between the panels. It's still waterproof. It just kind of makes it look a little messier because it's amazing how much debris collects on the dome over time. And then when it rains, it rinses into all these little nooks and crannies, as you can see. All right. So just a couple of things. This material up here is a infrared, anti-infrared, so it's solar radiation paneling. It's like this mylar material. Works really well. As you can see, the sun is in there and it would shine in super, super bright if I didn't have that blocking material to kind of keep the temperatures down. And then this whole thing is the solar sunshade. I forget what they call it, the sunshade sail or something like that. It does a great job at blocking the direct sunlight. However, it does not prevent the solar radiation from penetrating. So it still does transmit heat. It just blocks the sunlight. I'm sure it reduces the intensity of the IR radiation, but it doesn't do as good as a job as I thought it would. Let me just put it that way. So I have a couple of the windows. I want to show you the window design. Okay, you can kind of notice that sometimes moisture will get in here. right? This is all moisture that's trapped between the panels. So there's some improvements could be made. These things are kind of annoying. These little latching mechanisms are very annoying, to be honest with you. It's hard to close them sometimes. Here's the other one, okay? And then, so you may have noticed my bed. So from right here, where my finger is, to there is the size of a double mattress. Okay, so I have a double mattress sitting in here. There's my comforters, my sleeping bag. I created a little bit larger of a bed frame so I could have some areas to put things. Again, this is all experimental. But a double bed does fit kind of within the curvature of the dome. You can see how much I have. I don't know, what is that? Maybe 3.5 feet or so of space between the entryway to the edge of the bed frame. And then over here, I have a dehumidifier and a little work table with a little electric oven, my heater and a vacuum cleaner. I've got a few plants in here. They were outside, but I brought them in, so they're growing nicely now. And so one thing I want to talk about living in here is the fact that it gets extraordinarily hot. And then at night it actually gets colder than the air temperature outside. So right now in the dome, it's 80.8 degrees Fahrenheit, and with a relative humidity of 47%. The humidity level is perfect, right? We want anywhere from like roughly 35 to maybe 60% humidity. So the humidity is pretty nice at 47. However, the temperature fluctuations in here are extreme. It could get up to, we'll see, even in the dead of winter, you can see my max temperature was 98.8. It sometimes gets a little higher than that. You can see at night, the max humidity goes up to about 71%, which is a little bit high, and that's why I got this dehumidifier. But the problem is, one of the significant issues I've run into are that it gets really cold. It gets colder than the air temperature at night. I don't know if you saw that, but the minimum in here was what? Yeah, 39.7 degrees, which is cold. And what's interesting is that it blocks the dew, and you can't quite feel the wind if there is any. But somehow the cold sinks through this plexiglass material here and collects inside of the dome. So I know in the marketing materials, they show you like snow covering the dome, and it's like, it looks like it's really strong and sturdy. You would not want to be inside of the dome when it's covered in snow. It would be a ice box in here. It'd be completely refrigerated and very uncomfortable. So I'm gonna work on installing maybe like an endoskeleton. In other words, I'm gonna build framing inside of the dome and then put a little bit more robust thermal insulation batting, and then maybe do some sheetrock drywall coming up on the edges here, and I'll make it nice and curved with a curvature following the dome. That would be my only mitigation strategy, I think, for the temperature swings, unless I maybe put more of that hemp insulation up here or something. I don't know, I'm still experimenting. But anyway, I wanted to make sure that everyone who was interested in the Hypedome M could get a look at sort of how it functions as a living space. So yeah, I've been in here for a couple of months, and it's been fine. I've been relatively comfortable. Just got to bundle up at night and open up during the day, let the heat out. But otherwise, there you go. This is my in-depth review of the Hypedome M geodesic dome kit. So there you have it, folks. Hope you find this informative. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions I can try and answer. All right, let me know if you'd like me to check on something specifically in the comments. So with that being said, it's been a pleasure. This is Professor Fortress behind the camera, and we will see you in the next video. All right, bye for now, folks.